Hey, welcome back, everybody. We're working in lesson 7-6 here of Savas Algebra 2. And we've got some sinusoidal, sine and cosine graphs that we're doing transformations on. We worked on transformations all year long on other functions. So let's just see what we have going on with this, with what we have here there. So determine the amplitude, period, and phase shift. Phase shift is like the left and right. So if we have the negative 1/8 out in front, that's going to make it grow 1/8 as fast. So that 1/8 out here, that's our vertical stretch. That's our amplitude. So that's the negative 1/8. Okay, that's okay. That's just straightforward. To get the other two, the period and phase shift, this section in here needs to be written to be able to pick it all out. Now the 5 will be affect our period, the 5 being our frequency. 2π divided by the 5 will give us our period. But if we can get this in this form, then we can get our phase shift right here from the C. So we got to factor out the 5. I'm going to take that 5, put it out in front of here. This whole thing was like all inside the sign. And 5 times this x, if we distribute, would be that. The plus sign's right here. And then 5 times what gives you pi over 2? 5 times what equals pi over 2? And if I want to figure that out, I can just divide by or multiply by the 1/5 over here. So if you take, and we take that 1/5, that 1/5 times the pi over 2, that's going to be pi over 10. So that pi over 10 is going to be our phase shift, which would be really, if we're actually doing a transformation, to the left pi over 10. So let's see how Savas Math Excel likes what I've just explained to you. So again, my amplitude, the negative 1/8, that's going to be a compression vertically of 1/8, and then a flip because of the negative. The period is, oh, I didn't do that. I said it verbally, but I didn't write it down. So to do the period here, our normal period for a sine is 2π. And then with the frequency in here of a 5, you take your period and you divide by that, or your normal period. And then because of the 5, we're going to have 5 cycles of the graph happen in our normal 2π. So 2π over 5, or 2/5 of a pi, is what it'll take to complete the period, one cycle of the graph. So 2π over 5 should be okay there. And then our period, our phase shift, that pi over 10. So let's see, pi over 10. And it doesn't like one of them, amplitude being positive always. See how they have that down there? So I put that in and then our phase shift. I think the rest might be okay. Yeah, that amplitude is always a positive number, so that's okay. Glad you got to see that. And then, all right, this period and the phase shift. This phase shift, unless they might mean that that's a left. I don't think that's going to be it though. Oh, that was it. They wanted it to be, since it's a minus in the format of the formula, that it's a minus, so that's really the only thing. But they do want this as a minus right here. So since it was a plus, it'd be a minus, or minus a negative to make that plus pi over 10. But those are some little things like that. But as long as you understand that's what the graph does, sometimes the formatting, how you have to enter it. If you got stuck on this, and hopefully a couple of those little things I showed you at the end there help you. So if you need any other than that, keep after it, stick out, just don't give up. You will figure it out. Have a great day.